Oh, hey, good morning. Monday Mobility, we're here in the beginning of December. Indian Wells 70.3 yesterday went really, really well. ECFIT athlete Paula Finley crushed it with another really, really good race and was able to hold off Canadian Tamara Jewett, who is just one heck of a runner. She ran, I think, a 1:14 half marathon off of a very good bike ride. So, Paula, massive congratulations on a really good day and way to finish your season with top of the podium. On the men's side, Sam Long, Boulder guy, grew up at my health club, good friend, and Sam and I hang out every now and then, but for the most part, Sam just does a really good job of managing his own career. So it was good to see him get the win yesterday as well. So what else happened this weekend? CIM, beautiful big marathon. We have some new champions and almost 35 women qualified for the Olympic trials, which for so many people is just a lifelong dream to get that qualifying time. So it was just a really, really great weekend. For me, hung some Christmas lights. Let's grab your stick. If you do not have a stick, then if you even have a mobile board, you can use even just the edge of the mobile board. So I have a stick, maybe you have one of these, and all we're gonna do is just some light scraping of the medial line of the body. So we're gonna work through all of the adductors and the medial aspect of the calf and lower leg. And we're just gonna be nice and gentle with this. Sometimes people don't give skin the appropriate amount of credit for creating restrictions in the body. So sometimes just that gentle rolling or just gentle movement of the skin across the fascia, how that can really help with hydration in the body and how tissue can just become way more healthy when it falls into when we mobilize the tissue where there's usually tightness and the body starts holding on. So this is really nice in addition to the foam roller a little bit because it offers us the opportunity to do just a little bit less pressure. And it's a really great way to start. So we're here early, 5 minutes before the official start of Mobility Monday at 6:45. And I want to remind you to just do things that can just help on the body to just create more motion. Many of you know I broke my ankle. I used a lot of scraping techniques down around the broken area to just continue to bring good circulation and blood flow into the area. So you can even see, well, besides the fact that I ran into a big stick this weekend, but you can just see how the skin turns a little bit red, and that's going to give us the understanding that that's creating blood flow. And so everything below the knee can become very vulnerable to injury or dysfunction because of lack of blood flow. I mean, think about it. My heart and lungs are all the way up here. I drink up here. And all of a sudden, we need that fluid to get all the way down into the toes and down into the ankles and feet. So a little tool doesn't need to be anything formal. Don't need to spend any money. Just use what you have to give yourself some good stuff. All right. The other area I want to really work on today, or just here early, is the understanding of this sternoclavicular joint. So go ahead and take your fingers, there's that little hole right there between your head and your chest. So it's the start of the sternum. So that's why they call it the sternoclavicular joint. So the clavicle is that big bone right there. And right here, when you take two fingers on either side and just kind of rub that joint and move your head from side to side around that sternoclavicular joint. And I was really reminded last week, my neck went out. My head stayed attached, thank God. But my neck, I think I just slept wrong. And so all of a sudden my head wasn't working well. And then all of a sudden my knees started to hurt a little bit. And you can never forget that the whole body is intertwined and connected. And so as soon as my head started going away from that discomfort, my hips probably moved one way or the other to accommodate that change in head position. So it really brought home for me to remind you guys that this is a joint right here, the sternoclavicular joint, that can really impair lower body function, everything below it. So let's take your two fingers, pull the tissue away from your chin, and then just start lifting your chin. That's it. So we're pulling the skin down and lifting the head up. You can do the same thing on these muscles, these big, strong muscles right here. So we're going to start at the base of the head, the base of the skull, and we're going to pull that down as we just look up. So chin starts down, fingertips are right on the base, right behind the ears, and we're just going to work through that position and look up, and then we'll do it one more time. Sometimes people catch me doing crazy stuff like this in the gym, and they think I'm absolutely insane. But that will set your day off to a much better start. Okay, so with that being said, let's go right on to the full kneeling position, and let's take the toes out to the side of the knees. That puts the hips into internal rotation. Right there, drive the hips to the back just a little bit, hands into long wing. And when you go into this long wing position, and this is from foundation training, most of you have started figuring out that I incorporate a lot of foundation training into our work. With the hips to the back, fingertips long, and we just want to push through the fingertips. I'm getting a little bit of tension in the elbows, and right there, let's go left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder, push the hips back a little bit further, left ear to left shoulder, right ear to right shoulder, right there. We're going to take that right into that nice founder. Drop the elbows, right? We don't want to be up here. We want the shoulders low, elbows low, hands at about chin height. Tuck your head into your throat. Good. From right there, just hang out. Just hang out there for 5 seconds. You might feel a little bit in your low back. Stay with it. And then just come right back out of it. So we always want to focus on this beautiful hip hinge and the ability to move through the hips rather than flexing from the spine. Okay? Let's go one more time. Kneeling founder. We're going to start with measuring sticks. So tuck 3 fingers under, put your thumb on your bottom rib, put your pinkies on your hip bones, push back. That makes sure, that measuring stick, that the lumbar spine stays long. So as soon as we go here, the measuring stick gets compromised. So right there, we want to be long through the ribs. Now, let's round the back. Don't lose the space on the front. Round the back. Spread the shoulder blades as wide as you can under your ribs. Tuck your chin. And then turn it around. Do you want to live there? Absolutely not. Do you want to be able to go there? Yes. So we want to spread the shoulder blades, splay them out on the rib cage. Set your measuring sticks. Push your hips back. Round your back. Do not try to meet so you're creating a wide back, but you don't want to do it at the expense of the front. You can have it all. Okay? Measuring sticks on the front. Keep the space between the ribs and the hips on the front. Splay the shoulder blades out on the back. Tuck the chin. Push the hips back. Keep that space. Keep the chin down just a little bit. Hands to the front. Splay the shoulder blades really wide. Now, pull the shoulder blades down and back. Lift the eyes up just a little bit. Fingertips strong together. Hamstrings might be lighting up a little bit more now. And then come right back out of it. Okay, good job. So we want to have control through the thoracic spine. through the shoulder blades. So yes, you do want to be able to really get small on the front side of the body, and then you want to be able to be strong enough to open it up. All right, let's go into that half kneeling position, 90-90. We're just going to push the hips back and then let them come back to the front. 2, let them come back to the front. 3, got a little bit of knees over toes going here. 3, 4, just 5, and 5, right there. You want your chest up, hips back. Switch to the other side. Half kneeling, 90-90. Nice big chest. Push your hips back and come right back. It really matters when you push your hips back, these toes need to be on the ground. 2, ankle mobility. 3, 4, good. And 5, change to the other side. We're going to work a little bit of thoracic spine with that same motion. 90-90, 90 with the knee at the front, 90 degrees with the knee in the back. That's where that comes from. Right knee up. If your left knee up right now, switch. Okay, good. Right knee up. Left hand is going to rotate. Keep your eyes straight and learn to just rotate. Okay, so let's do a little bit of that. From foundation training, that would be the archer. And we're just going to pretend with the right hand, right knees up, you're pulling back a bow. 2, turn your shoulders sideways. 3, 4, and 5. Good. So that's starting to show us we can separate the upper and lower bodies. So the lower body is very stable and the upper body is very mobile. All right. And the C-spine, cervical spine around the head is also very mobile. Left knee is up, left arm pulls back into that archer. Make sure that your chest, see how you can see my surfers? Right there. 1, 2, 3. If you ever watch Matt Hansen run, 4. And if you haven't seen Matt Hansen run, just Google it and watch because it's freaking amazing. He is just a brilliant, fast, hard runner, and it works. It doesn't mean that we should all run like Matt Hansen, but it does mean that he shows beautiful mobility through his upper body and that this is something that really, really works for him. So if some of us can get even just a little bit more motion, it's going to help. Okay, right knee up. We're now going to push the hips back and we're going to do that archer again. But now the chest is going to go down a little bit because the hip's going back. 2, pull that bow back. 3, right arm pulls back. Right leg is forward. 4, and 5. We're going to keep going for 5 more. 6, 7. Let's start turning that palm up in the lead arm. Woo! 8, and that repositions the shoulder blade in the back. 9, 1 more. And 10. Hips are moving back, hands are moving forward. Let's go to left leg up, 90-90, half kneeling position. We're just going to go 10, push the hips back. That's kind of the first thought. Push the hips back and then pull the bow and arrow with the left arm. 2, turn the chest. 3, 4, and 5. Start to turn that palm up. 6, pull strong. 7, 8, head stays forward. 9, because there's 2 things that can happen here, right? You can look at your hand that's pulling the bow back, or you can keep looking at the target. I'm going to suggest you look at the target. All right, good. Let's grab your foam roller. Today, I've got my little foam roller. I've got a whole bunch of foam rollers. I bet you do too, and I bet you underuse them. All right, let's have a seat. Whew. So we've warmed up the tissue. We started with the stick, or a little bit of gua sha is the name of that tool if you bought one on Amazon or you got one in your stocking at Christmas or for Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. There's little trinkets that sometimes you can ask for from friends and family. It's called a gua sha tool. G-U-A-S-H-A. They're not expensive, but man, are they worth every penny. All right, foam roller, just working through the butt. Nice and easy. Just using that as a little massage tool, but also just kind of doing a little scan of the glutes to see how spicy they are. If you're following me on Instagram, you'll see today I am very well rested and very well recovered. 92 and 92 on the Aura ring scale. So feeling pretty good about some of the decisions I'm making right now. Okay, left leg over right and just moving through. And I tell you, I'm still a strength coach, but definitely have changed the way I view a lot of the work that I do. And so I've changed my title to Health and Human Performance Specialist. And I kind of just decided that because if my athletes aren't healthy, if you guys aren't healthy first, then the human performance and you finding your best will always be compromised. So the first priority is always going to be your health. And if we can move better, we have the opportunity to be healthier. So if we have pain, then we're not excited about going for an evening walk, you know? So we've got to get you out of pain. We've got to deal with we've got to build a team around us sometimes to help just enhance health, overall health. Consistency of good habits typically can help drive that process. Okay, foam roller right below the shoulder blades, hands out to the sides, support the neck. And from right here, we're just going to toggle left and right. Create space in the spine. Good. 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 And good. We just want to have that good verification and knowledge that we can move through that thoracic spine. All right, another little tool, not expensive, easy to add to your home gym. This is just a little bit of a stretching band. It's just a piece of netting that doesn't move. If you don't have one of these, you can always use your long band with handles. And what we're going to do is just go ahead and lay on your back, putting that long band with handles around the foot. Now, as soon as I do that, I'm helping the muscles. So now this leg can relax. And we're just going to take that leg across the body and come on back. I want to be able to get all the way to the ground if I can. So right here, take that to the ground and take it back. And so the band is really helping control the speed and making sure that that hip doesn't get into an uncomfortable position. Good. And if you don't have a band or some webbing, then A, I suggest you get some, but B, you can use a belt or anything else that you can find around the house. Any piece of rope will work. Good. But I want you to be able to do it with the assistance of the band because typical me, it's not so you can add tension, it's so you can release tension. Because right here, there's not a lot of tension, there's not a lot of muscle firing because I'm just holding it in position, helping the body so that we can get more motion to kind of negotiating with the brain that everything's okay here. You can let that hip go. Good. 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 And good. All right, that looks great. Okay, from right there, we're going to do a little bit of flossing. Right leg out, left leg, grab the back of the hamstring, and we're just going to go into that nice straight leg position. Arms are straight. That's pretty optimal. Do I need that to get more? Not really. That's good motion right there. So we're just going to move through the knee, push through the heel, toes are pulling towards the shin. 2, 3. If your hamstrings are so tight that you can't do this, we'll be working on that. Just stay consistent. Consistency is the key to success here. Good. Good. Couple more. Good. And good. All right, change it up. So now left leg is straight out from the hip. Let's make sure we keep tension in the left leg. So the toes are pulling towards the shin. We're kind of pushing out through the heel on this lower leg. Same thing here, strong foot position. Lay back, arms are straight. It's amazing how the body is built. Most people's arms will give them the perfect length through their hamstring. So right here, push through the heel at the top. You don't want to be pointing your toe. That actually takes tension out of the hamstring. That adds tension in. Good. 2. So pull the toes towards the shin, push through the heel. 3, 4. It's a little bit of a nerve stretch. 5. That's what flossing is. 6, 7. I can feel that all the way down into my foot. 8, 9. One more. And 10. And we're going right back to flossing on the left. Push that up. And now we're going to work through the foot. So point and flex. 2, 3, 4. Find that nice end range. 5. That's a natural stopping point. Natural stopping point. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Same thing other side. Hold that hamstring. Nice straight arms. So you want to be here. Nice straight arms. Shoulders back. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and range to end range. 8, 9, and 10. And we're going to go right back to the straight leg with the webbing this time for me. Put that around the foot. If you've got your left leg up, your right arm is going to hold the webbing. Take your left arm out to the side. 1, 2. Let the hips roll. The hips totally rolling across. 3, 4. Getting internal rotation on both hips. 5. And good. Change sides. Change hands. 1. Taking the tension out of the leg. 2. It's not more advanced if you can do it without the webbing. We need the webbing. It's a tool. 4. One more. Way easier this time. And 5. And terrific. Good. So we did a little bit of gua sha. We did a little bit of stick. We did some foam rolling. We did some movement. Let's bring it up and let's see how we feel. Okay, so measuring sticks. We use a lot of measuring sticks. And so sometimes I just want you to just be able to stand and see how it feels to do a body weight squat, right? There's a measuring stick there. Is it easy? Is it hard? Good God, I run 2 miles. And if my shoelace is undone, it's like, to get down to that leg. That's not very mobile. And that would tell me, first thing that tells me when I'm sticky like that is I'm dehydrated. So I'm behind. So right here, you should be able to get hips to the height of your knees, fingertips touch the ground, come right back up. Let's go 10 bodyweight squats. Toes are ever so slightly just outside of the knees. 2, 3, easy peasy. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. And probably a little bit weight shifting away from my left side. Just kind of felt that. Okay, right there. Let's go wide stance. This time your heels are just outside your toes. First move is to push the hips back, right? So let's put one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. We're just going to push the hips back. Keep your chest facing me. Keep that hand up. 2. We're going to go 5. Push those hips back, long spine. 3, 4, and 5. Got to stay balanced. Change hands. Left hand on the belly. 1. Good. 2. Good. 3, 4. Good. And 5. Awesome. All right, let's go some gentle gliding side to side. Glide left, or excuse me, glide right, reach left, back to the middle. Glide left, reach right, come on back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Mobility Monday, feeling like $1,000,000. I hope you guys have a great week. Make sure you're on my mailing list, www.ecfitstrength.com. Get on the mailing list. I'm launching all kinds of new programs and offers. I want you to be with me through the off season of 2022, 2023, and hopefully I'll earn your trust and confidence to be your strength coach all through next year. Take care.